Our next speaker is Cyrill from Mailix. I already saw a small demo now during the networking session, so it looks very interesting. And I'm really looking forward to get in my mailbox also some more engaging and interactive emails as well. So, Cyrill, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Now we're here. Here we go. So I'm happy to be here on stage. I'm gonna talk about something that several people might see it and think, oh, email, that's boring. I tried to show you today that email does not necessarily need to be boring. Who remembers this? Does everybody ever thought about playing this in an email? Right in the inbox? Sounds a bit crazy, but this is exactly what I'm going to do now. And you can see I'm here. That's why I use this to present. I'm in the mailbox, and I start to search the mines. And I hit one. Oops. Now I've got blasted. I hope you get not mind blasted, but mind blown about this kind of things we can do in emails. So this is where we talk about interactivity. What is interactivity in an email? What does it mean? We talk about an action that is performed in an email that triggers a follow action within the same email. We all know we click somewhere in an email and boom, we are out on a website, we end up in a browser. But here, as you have seen, we continue in the mailbox to interact with the content. I've brought some examples with me. We have built already quite a few interactive emails. I had to select which ones I'm gonna show to you today. One of the first ones, one of the lowest, easiest accessible use cases are the surveys. Rating, reviews, surveys right in the email. NPS scores, everybody knows it. A lot of people sending it. Give us your feedback. We can see it everywhere. Now I just need to find the right email. So we have this email here. We have the NPS scale directly in the email. I choose a value. I can give another feedback here. And I can send it. And it's being saved. So I do the rating, I do the surveying right in the email. We can go much further than just an NPS. We can do star ratings, product reviews. We can do multi-step surveys within the email. About the numbers, about the uplifts, I'm going to talk in a few minutes. Or we can go towards behavioral data gathering. We all know cookies are fading out. We all know we need to find new ways to get information about our customers, to start to profiling, to get their behavior. Why not trying to do that right in the email? So we have here an email of a cruise ship. There's a cruise operator, AIDA. Some know it from here, have seen the ships with the lips on the front. So instead of just showing 3-4 products in the email, we started with asking, where would you like to go? I choose a destination, and then I get asked, how are you going to travel? Are you alone? Are you a couple? Are you a family? So I can choose, and now I see different products that match my selection. So instead of having just 3-4 products, we were able to put more than 20 products in the email. Let the users filter it, let the users access it. We can change the selections if we want, and you see I have different products underneath showing up, and I can slide through the pictures. This way, without making a huge length of an email that feels like scrolling through unrolling toilet paper, I can put much more products. Then product listings, displaying products in the email. Usually we see a few products, or if we want to put more products, we just make the email longer. We have developed a way how we can add much more products into the email. Here on the iPad now I see the mobile variant with a bit more compact view. I don't want to open the link. I just want to jump through the different categories, and you see in the inbox I can choose. I can select the different categories. Instead of having 6 products with this client, we now have more than 40 products per email included. We are now expanding it even further. We are working on a one-to-one personalized variant. So instead of the top product in the first panel, you have the one-to-one personalizations in the first step, right in your view, based on recommendations. Insurance, I know there are a few people here from finance sector. We can do quite much more appealing entry points into all this insurance, like calculators. How do I capture the people's attention for a new product or for an existing product, for an uplift? Here we had the issue that this insurance want to send a campaign about the home insurance. And it usually starts with the size of your apartment. Who knows the exact square meter or the square meter size of their apartment? Some do, many do not. So we gave a small process at hand where I can find out how large my apartment going to be. So I can choose, okay, I have 4 rooms. My rooms are like average size, so we have approximately 100 square meters. If it's rather small, I mean, we are in Amsterdam, we have rather small apartments, at least in the city center, it's rather 75 square meters. And then I say, okay, go further, and now with this information, plus my personal information that were stored in the email linked, I go directly into the calculator, and you can see here we have the 75 square meters already pre-populated. Then, this is something of the more crazy things we have done, a shoppable email. We call the feature the in-mail shop. So in the email itself, we have a small basket. I can add products to the basket right in the email. I can add more if I want. And if I say order now, I go directly to the checkout of the e-com platform. So if we promote like 10 products in an email, or we saw the panels before, if in a traditional email the user clicks on one of the promotions, they will be in the web shop and they will not see the other offers anymore that were in the email. And this way we can present different offers, which all can be selected from within the email. And that's a big advantage over the traditional, you click and then you're gone from the email. And then when I decided, okay, this is what I want, I just go directly to the checkout, lowering the number of clicks I have from the email, from the first decision to the final completion of the conversion. And this can be done with different e-commerce backends. We, for example, can do that with Shopify as well. That you really end up in the checkout of a Shopify platform. The checkout for sure happens in the browser because I cannot build a payment solution in an email. That's one of the limitation we have. But up to the checkout, it's really great to have everything in email. Then sometimes you have use cases that are not possible to build with existing platforms. Like here we had an issue that it was about converting membership reward points from American Express into frequent flyer miles as a campaign. It's something very popular, but the reward shop was not able to give a discounted or a preferred exchange rate. That was not possible on the shop. And the regular website was not allowed to process customer data because it wasn't hardened. I mean, it's banking environment, finance industry, it wasn't hardened enough to process customer data. In the end, we used the email system, the MarTech system, which has all that certifications to build an interactive email where you can choose in the email how many points you would like to convert. We have like pre-selected packages. I can choose one of the packages that were pre-selected, or I can select a different amount where in a slider component, I can choose the amount I want to change. Then I can see the total, I can see the listing. I have to agree, and now I don't have enough points, so I need to choose fewer. And this is the last year's campaign, that's why it doesn't react, I think. I can redeem the points right from within the email, and I get the confirmation, and the thing goes into the processing system on their end. This email has shown a conversion rate, not a click rate, a conversion rate of 11.7%. So more than 1 out of 10 people receiving this email did convert points. And the most popular number to convert was 300,000 MR points. So it was a blast how it worked. And the promotion is sent again now at around this season. So it's repeated again because it was so successful. Now you might think, okay, how does that look in different email clients? It looks like a magic. It works on a quite solid base. We can cover the whole Apple platform. We can cover Samsung, Mail, and a few other clients. With AMP for email, we can cover the whole Gmail environment and Yahoo. So with these two together, we are speaking of something 75+% of the email clients that support it. And for Outlook, for example, we have a solid fallback. What you see in the email when you receive it looks exactly like the interactive variant. The only difference is if you click on the element, you go out to the browser where the interactivity will work and is already triggered. So from the action flow, you have exactly the same process. The only thing in a fallback variant is a loading sequence in the browser. And that gives a very solid experience and a very solid coverage of all email clients your customers are using. Numbers. I think you all want to know what the impact can be. But the first impact, that's why we are here, about customer experience, about user experience. How can I make the experience better? We all know this kind of traditional email where I see some text, I see a button, and if I click on this button, take the survey now because your opinion matters, I will end up on a website. I have no clue what's coming. Do I need to choose my language again and whatever, what we see in everyday email experiences. If I get the first question of the survey right in the email, and when I answer the first question, the second question unfolds, the probability that I'm going to answer this survey, that I'm going to take this survey, is significantly higher than if I only see this button where I don't know what comes afterwards. Yeah, take a picture. The effect is really good. We do that with a large client for ratings and reviews, and they see uplifts between 50 and 200% in sent reviews for products. It makes a massive difference, especially imagine you have a new product, you want to boost that product on Google Shopping. The quicker and the better your responses, your ratings are, the quicker your sales going to go up. That can make a huge difference. Survey responses. We have done multi-step surveys and such. We see 75 plus more as a percent more surveys being sent. That makes as well a big difference, especially if you have a bit narrower subscriber bases, or the more numbers you have, the more solid your results going to be. It can be a big difference. Event registrations. You're broadcasting a webinar, you're creating an event, you want to invite attendees, 30% more registrations for an event. This was from a physical event where we had 27% more subscription in an A/B test with the interactive variant. The cruise booking, you have seen the profiling example where I choose the destination, 60% more bookings. And this is for a cruise operator is massive. It was a good campaign, were good offers, and they really showed a high uplift. We have done these product panels we have seen with Rewe, the food product panels. They drove the traffic to their website in a 2-digit percentage range. And over time, the usage of the panels has more than doubled. So the people got used to it, and they know, okay, on the third, fourth panel, I have interesting products too. So it really made a difference in their traffic on the website. We have other shopping examples where we had with this like email shopping experience. We had it was like 200% uplift in orders. So it really can make a big difference if we do it right. Now, most of you are working in larger environments, in enterprises. We don't want to do everything by hand. So we need to somehow be able to scale interactive email, and that's what we do, why we started Mailix at the end of the day. We want to bring that kind of features to a wider audience by making it easier accessible. So the first variant is for the people working with email every day. You get a component-based editor where you can generate the HTML code for this interactivity and integrate it in your existing emails. With some marketing systems, we already have integrated editors. For example, this is a smaller German system, but for example, we have integrated widgets in Salesforce. So if you're using Salesforce Marketing Cloud, you can just drag and drop Mailix features, interactive elements into the email, configure it, and send it out. This can be done with many of the other bigger systems. It's something we are currently working on, that you really, whatever email MarTech tool you are using, you can integrate it in the existing systems. Then a third way is the API-based integration, like the rating and review example I was talking. It's connected through APIs, so you use a service that is integrated in your MarTech system to just create this kind of HTML code of the experiences needed. And it can go up to a complete process integration, like the Rewe example, the food products is integrated in their process. We are building 4,000 variants of these panels every day, plus now with a personalization on it. It's completely automated, integrated in their process. The users don't need to do anything more than activate it for a specific email and say, in this newsletter, I want to have the products. This is another example, is like a menu newsletter from a large operator of canteens and corporate restaurants. And they literally use the data from the chefs who register the menus for their everyday menu offerings. The same data that is used for controlling the logistic, the supply chain, to supply the restaurants with the ingredients they need is used to feed the website with the menu plans, to feed the app with the menu plans, and we feed that on a daily basis in an interactive email where every day you can just you can look at you can open the email and you see the today's menu, which is built from the data that was entered by the people managing the restaurant. It's completely process integrated. That means that this can scale on a large scale. It can scale over markets. It can scale over languages. This one is a 4-language feature. In Switzerland, we are always talking about multiple languages. And this kind of automation makes it much easier as well for the people managing the emails. So your email variety output can increase massively by integrating into the existing platforms. So what is Mailix by Maioris? Mailix is a backend system, an API, a platform to build the interactive email code. We built the widgets to be integrated in other MarTech systems or to be used as a standalone editor and then taken over the code. We can do we create custom solutions like the one for Rewe you saw, or this menu plan newsletter that can be replicated in other use cases. And we do consulting if you think, okay, this is cool, but how I can start? What can I do? How can I integrate it or try it out? We can help you on that because we have done, I think it's now in a 3-digit number of interactive emails we have done in the past years. Then I have one last thing. I don't know whether in Germany everybody knows it, in Switzerland. Have you ever seen this game? It was the first viral game that went out. It was launched like I think 1999, 2000, as long ago. You have actually those chickens flying around, and I mean it's 2024. We cannot shoot anymore, so we build it. We build it in a way that we use a fly swatter. So we slap the chicken, and this is in the email. You see, I can scroll over. Here I have the windmill. I can play the game right in the email. It lasts for like half a minute. Just wait until it's finished. And in the back, we have a high scoring system. That's why I wait until it's through. Yeah, that's in the, yeah. So I can now submit the high score. And we have a high score system. In the back, it's stored. You can check the high scores. And the cool thing about it is you can try to play it yourself. If you scan the QR code, you can send this email game to yourself, can try it out, you can play it, can play the Moorhoon slapping in the mailbox. There are still some mobiles open. So you can still join us. We have a booth upstairs. If you didn't have the chance to take a picture of the QR code, or it's too far away, you just come upstairs. On the right side, we have our booth. I can show you the QR code. You can play it. And last but not least, I'm talking about interactive email. So my presentation itself is an interactive email. Another QR code, you can send this presentation right to your inbox. I was just using it on the screen mode because I cannot get rid of the email list on the iPad. So visit us on our booth if you have any questions. I think we have a catch up a bit of the delay we had. So I think we have enough time for a few questions. Yep.
Do you need the internet? Does it also work offline?
You need internet, yeah, sure. Because, I mean, in theory, it would work without, but all the visual elements needs to be downloaded, like images. But in theory, once it's downloaded and the email system is caching it, it would be possible.
We also have an online question from Noah Ryman. From your own experience, is there a recommended frequency for using a interactive email platform?
Yeah,
like a recommended frequency for using it. Yeah.
I mean, with those product panels, we use it several times a week. It really depends of what you're doing. I mean, what I would not do is like a gamification element where you can win prizes in every weekly email, because that's leaching out, that's draining the effect it has. But for like product presentations, shoppable emails, surveys, all that stuff, use it as often as you send normal emails. It's just like an enhancement of regular. It's an enhancement of regular emails. And you don't want to use like countdown timers. If you use a countdown timer in every email, people will just simply ignore it. If you give discounts for every product you sell, people will only sell your products on discount and just wait for a higher discount. So it's the same rules that appear here.
All right. Any more for now? Yeah.
Do you have any integration with the marketing cloud of Salesforce?
Integration, yes, we have. Yeah, we have with Marketing Cloud. We have custom like a custom block widget, where you can drag and drop the Mailix features into Marketing Cloud, like these product panels, and the products in the back. We usually use feeds, often standardized data feeds, like from Google Shopping feeds. We can just get the data into Mailix to build these products. Mm-hmm. Yes, we see that. It depends a bit on the use case. Like a survey, you get immediate attention because it's an element, especially an element you know from somewhere. Like if you see the checkbox element, everybody knows it. So most people don't realize that's in the inbox already, because they are not that able to distinguish, but they're just clicking it. With Rewe, this example with the product panels, we had immediate uplifts on the traffic, but it increased over time. So it has both sides. The one question that often comes up is about the deliverability. I mean, we never saw increased, like decreased opening rates or anything, or increased spam rates or something. The emails get delivered like regular emails in the process if we investigate on that, because in the end the technology we are using is the same as you use for creating responsive emails for mobile. That's as well something that often comes up. Well, then we are around here until tomorrow at the end of the conference. We are upstairs. Hit us if you have any further questions. I have plenty of other use cases I can demonstrate from different industries, different fields. We are here and happy to talk.
All right. Thank you very much, Cyrill, for these insights. Looking forward as well to get some of these emails in my inbox.